Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're seeing this. I have bedhead, and my bed is messy, okay? So straight up, I feel like uh, you may also have some clutter around, which is cool. It's not like clutter, it's more like creative clutter, and I get a feeling like you are someone who's creative. And the thing about creatives is that there's order in the chaos, right? There's some order on my bed that you don't understand, but I do, right? And some order in my head that you don't understand, but I do, that kind of thing. Anyway, these are a bunch of cards um, that I sort of made, like a pre-deck. I am working on my own fractal deck. Well, it's been a while, so I have more inspiration now. So that's a good thing. And I get a feeling that you are someone who's probably working on something creative right now as well. And the thing about creative shit, right? It's easy to get stuck in a creative block and to feel like shit. And all the memes about art, I was gonna say artists. Anyway, art and artists, they're all real, right? Like, it's so relatable. So yeah, I guess that's the vibe. At the bottom of this deck is God. Now, however you understand God as in the creator, you are the creator. You are God. Obviously. What did you think? God was separate from you? When religion told you God lives inside of you, what did you think that meant? I'm not here to deconstruct the ways that religious propaganda has been used against humanity for basically all of humanity's existence with religion. But there's some takeaways from religion that are, let's say, they're not like absolute truths, but they're more like they let you reach the absolute truth, which is the idea of unity, the idea that we are all the same thing in different forms. And I saw a bunch of eagles just circling around, like I can see the sky from here. I have a window and stuff. It's like a, you know, like nature's LED screen. It's like this preview we all have. Yeah. And somewhere it's also about reconnecting with that confirmation honks. So yeah, I know if you're here, you're in energetic alignment with me. There are no coincidences. There are no accidents. You're not seeing this just because. Even if your algorithm is all, you know, tarot and spirituality and whatever. Even then, the fact that you are here in this reading with me is no coincidence. And, you know, whatever messages are coming for you today is no coincidence. Whoop! Wealth. It fell off the deck, like literally. And like, these are papers. Come on, like. Well, so whenever a card falls out of the deck, it's like, you know, that card's energy times 10, times 100, times 1,000. That's the kind of wealth you're gonna be seeing in your 3D reality as well. Because if you're here, let me be for real, okay? You are already wealthy. You're probably, I'm hearing inheritance too, okay? I don't know why. So maybe you have some inheritance coming in for you. Maybe you are a legal heir to a fortune. Okay. And I know the world is shit. Like, your bank account may not have the fortune, but it's like you are the legal heir to that fortune. There's no other place that fortune is going. relatable much. Yeah, and I was thinking of making a tarot course because I know a lot of people want to read tarot, and I've thought a lot of people how to read tarot. So keep an eye out for that, I guess. And because I was gonna do that, I took stock of all my cards from the standard tarot weight. Rider weight. Rider weight deck. And right now it's like, all the four suits are laid out in front of me and the major arcana are laid out in front of me. And I didn't plan this, okay? But it's like, I went from ace to the king, so the ace is on top. And so all four aces are up on my table right now. And I don't think that's a coincidence either. Like, I didn't even plan it. I was just taking stock if I had all cards. I think a lot of readers can relate to this. You probably read tarot as well, or, you're probably very intrigued by it, at least. So, yeah, all four aces are up, and the major arcana, the world card is up instead of the magician, the fool, yeah. So, some crazy shit be wilding, you're about to be wilding right now, and yeah, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. Wild shit. Let's pull out some more cards for you. This deck is pretty cool, right? So I was actually transmuting some energy while I made the pattern at the back, which is basically just spirals. I feel like you may have done that too. Two. Alignment. Twos are alignment. And, right when obviously because it was all arranged, when I took off and picked up the aces, the cards below were two. See, now that you may think is not a coincidence. Or you may think it is a coincidence. But let me ask you, what are the odds that I do this? I never do this. I do this once every few months if I feel like maybe I missed a card somewhere, maybe I lost some cards or something. And I've never lost a single card from this deck. Let me be for real. The only reason I even took stock today was because I had carried them outside with me, and I just wanted to make sure, I didn't accidentally leave a card somewhere or whatever. It's insane, like, I've been reading for almost 2 years now in this lifetime alone, and how I receive these cards, 9. Nines are completions. How I received these cards is a funny story. It was like Secret Santa or something 2 years ago, and I was part of this photography club in college, and yeah, one fine day they just arrived at my doorstep, and I still don't know who my Secret Santa was that year. So that's pretty insane. And I've been on trips and stuff, taking these cards with me, like traveled with them and stuff. And I remember I left them at an Airbnb, and I thought they weren't recoverable, but they were. I just hit up the host, and he was happy to deliver it back to me. So they got delivered to my doorstep twice. And yeah, just something about it, right? Like, as much as I want to deny it, I don't think I can at this point. And I feel like you're sort of experiencing similar shit in your reality, whatever it may be. For me, it's tarot. For you, it may be something else. But yeah, it's not just tarot for me. If you get what I mean. And nines are completions. Completions, endings. 2025 is also a 9 year. I'm recording this in 2025 January. So yeah, I'm gonna try to switch the focus around. This is better, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Perceived illusion of duality. That's a pretty cool card, if I say so myself. Just like we've been talking, I've been talking in the physical form, but also connecting with your energy, right? And just as we've been talking, we're all the same, yet we're all different. And I feel like you've come into a realization or a deep knowing of this fact. It is the fact. The fact. It is the fact. That's not even English. It is the fact. It is the undeniable truth, rather. What is a fact? You know, like legally, a fact is defined as a statement that is true, right? Now again, how much further that's defined depends on which jurisdiction you're in. What's up with the English today? Maybe I should not try to explain so much. Is that right? Yeah, I feel like you get me. So I'm gonna try to not explain so much. So this is, and the sun code below that, okay. And spirals. You know, these spirals. Yeah, so the idea of the perceived illusion of duality is just what it is. We are all the same, yet we're all different. And that's how we're all the same. What was that? I don't know. Why? What? No, I was answering your thought. Just look behind you. I feel like just turn and look behind you like I did. I don't know why. I'll give you a second. Okay, whatever you found, okay? I think that may be related to the next card. So you have the sun card. And fire energy in the sun, yeah. Maybe there's a fire behind you. Okay, I get it, okay, I get what this feels like. It feels like you were in a, it's like this analogy, okay? It feels like you were in a car and you were speeding past some bullshit that was on fire. That's what your journey has been like. And it's like, every time you look behind you, like, bro, what the fuck? And there's nothing you can do about it. So, keep going. Keep going. I know you're very kind, empathetic, sweet, innocent, in the sense of pureness. Pure, rather. Empathetic and sympathetic person, okay? But it's like, you know, using the same car analogy, it's like a friend or a family member who's behind the wheel and you're in the passenger seat, and you can see that you're driving on a cliff, like your friend or your family member is driving on a cliff, and they're gonna fucking fall off the cliff. So you're telling them to hit the brakes, you're telling them to step on the pedal, you probably pull the handbrake for them. But the car hasn't stopped. At this point, your only option is to jump out the passenger seat. They're not going to stop driving themselves off a cliff. And it's not your job to sit there and drive off the cliff. Ride off the cliff, rather. Make sense? I'm also getting with this fire energy and the sun. The sun is all about fiery energy and, you know, like a sort of true here. Yeah. It's all about that flame within you. I feel like there's something. The God card is back, by the way. And right below that is the devil. El Diablo is what I wrote. I like saying El Diablo. Essentially, right? So, with the sort of fire energy and the sun card, I'm getting, firstly, you may be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you may have prominent placements within these signs, irrespective of whether or not you believe in astrology or what kind of astrology you believe in, like which system. Now, I see more eagles, by the way. That's crazy. I see 3 of them. Now I see 5 of them. Insane. I see 6 of them now. Thank you for blessing this reading. So, wands, intensity, passion, instantaneous, magic, and also the numbers 555, 1010, and 999. We already got the 9s out. Yeah. So spirals, right? And passions and intensity, and it's like there's something that lights your soul on fire right now. I mean, we started this reading off like that, right? Creativity, art, in any form. Like, this is a form of art. Anything and everything is art, because art imitates life and life imitates art. You are both the artist and the art. And I've also mentioned the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus. With the sun card, the sun is a representation of the solar plexus chakra. So this is something that you truly like, that you are truly passionate about, that you feel like this fire inside of you, and not just in your heart space, but also in like your solar plexus. It almost feels like it's burning. Like, I can feel it burning right there in the middle of your floating ribs, basically below your breastbone, below the sternum, where there is a little bit of a gap before the ribs sort of diverge. That's where the solar plexus is, and that's where, you know, the solar plexus chakra is, like the energy point. I feel it burning right now, like so I feel like there's something you're truly, truly, truly passionate about, something you truly want to do, make, create, be. And I don't think a lot of people get it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think the people around you understand how cool the thing that you're interested in actually is. And it's meant to be that way. I know it's kind of shitty, but it's meant to be that way because you are a visionary. You are a leader. Excuse me. Energy moving through me. And it's through you that this thing that you are so passionate about is being created. There is only one of you. Although you are everything, there is only one of you in this unique expression of you, in this individualized manifestation of you. That is what I think this perceived illusion of duality is, that you are beginning to, I want to say accept, but more also make your peace with, In acceptance comes that peace. So I feel like you have accepted that idea, but I also feel like it's time for you to truly step into what it is that you're doing and that you're passionate about. And you've probably heard this. I got distracted by a notification, okay? You've probably heard this a bunch of times. The notification is not even important. I got a notice that one of my contacts joined Telegram or something. Yeah. And it's like you have stepped into it, but you're not able to see results as such. Especially, I'm getting monetarily, because the card right below that is abundance from the deck and grace. You are abundant. You are abundant. You are infinite. Did you forget? Because truly, you are. I have a sunflower. We have the sun card. I have a sunflower right here in my balcony. I believe some people call it decks. Decks? Like a card deck? Yes, I have a sunflower in my deck. I think I like saying deck too. And the sunlight isn't falling right here, but the sunflower is actually turned to face towards the light. And I think that's what I mentioned that because of these cards. Oh my god. Angel. Angelic. You may be someone who has a very angelic presence to them because you are an earth angel. You are. Do you still have doubts about it? Do you want more confirmation? I feel like you may have an angelic voice or an angelic way of writing or speaking or communicating. I'm really getting that, like communication. But also like creative communication, like artsy. Maybe you're angelic in help me out here. I'm also getting like fashion. Fashion and like stuff related to the entertainment industry. Like fashion, like modeling, like music, like designing, like art, like paintings and digital art and murals, acting, writing, reading. So many forms of art, right? Truly. Also pottery, I don't know why, pottery specifically. And like smaller scale crafts, like origami, or what's that word for flowers? Like flower crafts where you preserve flowers. I don't know what that's called actually. Do I? Is there a word? something similar to resin art or resin crafts, preservation of flowers, preservation of fauna, flora. So you could also be working with animals, I'm getting. Angelic, there are no limits. Angelic, you are an angel, my love. Crazy. Okay, there's some intense energy coming through as well. Destiny swap, shitty energy. I feel like you had to deal with a person or people, energies, entities. I feel like multiple, actually. I'm feeling multiple. That literally tried to destiny swap with you. Which is ridiculous. Firstly, which is ridiculous. Because it's like, and also the world card, right? Like, so, yeah. Below that was judgment, of course, by hierarchy, and the sun card. Which is ridiculous because you're angelic, because you're literally divine, because you are God, you are a goddess, however you want to understand it like that. I do have a card that says goddess as well. So, yeah, and it, abundance, wealth. So, it's like, these people could see your wings. They know on a more energetic level, the birds agree, that you are from a different dimension, a higher dimension if you want to call it that. The celestial realm, the angelic realm, the 11th dimension, the 12th dimension. Oh no, no way, no way. I didn't even see them. I just picked them up. This is the first time I'm reading with this deck, guys. Insane. So they knew you were from a higher dimension, a different dimension, a celestial dimension, the 11th or 12th dimension if you follow the Kabbalah or the Tree of Life, or other understandings of the different dimensions and realms. The highest dimensions possible, because your soul has ascended, okay? If you're watching me right now, there's no doubt about it. The only reason that you're watching me right now is because you're in energetic alignment with my energy and my frequency. And I am an ascended master alchemist. So obviously, so are you. I am an earth angel, so obviously, so are you. And I'm getting these energy vampires, this sort of shitty energy, like just this disturbing energy, uneasy, constrictive, condensed. Okay, they may have manifested in physical forms and they try to destiny swap with you. I feel like I'm also getting, they may be very close to you. Like they may be your immediate blood family, your immediate friend circle, your immediate colleagues. Yeah, but obviously it didn't work. Okay, that's the point. Obviously it didn't work, but they attempted to. And you felt that, and that's what all of that was. But you are divinely guided, you are divinely protected, because you are an angel, my love. Because you are a visionary, because you are God, you are Goddess. and the amount of divine protection you have over yourself, they didn't realize it. Essentially, I'm also getting there may be some of this shitty energy that you've transmuted into grace and abundance, and that's what's gonna also show you this increase in your wealth. Now, whatever you're doing that lights your soul on fire, whatever your passions are, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, obviously it brings you wealth and abundance, right? That was a small fly, like a really tiny one. I don't know if the camera picked it up. But it's not just those passions leading to wealth and abundance. It's more the joy of just pursuing that passion, pursuing that vision, pursuing that dream, like that journey of it. It's like abundance and wealth. You already are abundant. You already have the wealth, right? So what if I told you in this moment that everything that you are passionate about is going to work out best case scenario or even better? It's just going to work out. What if that is the assumption you made before you dived into it? How would you approach it now? Would that change the way you're approaching it? Because I feel like you have placed a sort of expectation on this to make you a certain amount of money, to make you wealthy, to make you super rich, to make you a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. You already are all of that. You already are all of that. So I get it. It's not wrong for you to expect that, because that's what it is. It's going to do that for you anyway. So I'm telling you, and then asking you, your $1 million idea is going to make you $1 million. Like, let's say it already has made you $1 million. What are you gonna do now? What if in this moment right now you have $1 million because of that creative idea or project that you pursued? What are you gonna do now? Are you gonna like switch it up? Are you gonna change it up? Are you gonna do things a little differently? What are those things that you're doing differently? Maybe think about it, maybe write about it if you like to. But I think that's where I'm gonna leave it at. Personal readings and personal sessions are available down there or up there, depending on where you're seeing me. I think it's gonna be mostly just down there. This isn't going on Instagram. And yeah, if you want to read tarot, keep an eye out for the course. And if you want to work one-on-one with me, I'm also going to be introducing coaching packages. So that too, keep an eye out down there, I guess. I'm so grateful to read for you today. I'm very fucking excited to see what you have to share, to see what you create for yourself and yourself in all the other forms, confirmation. See you and have an amazing one.